What's going on, guys? If you're new to the page, I'm Mike Hayes, and for the past few days I've been documenting and vlogging day by day my journey closing my next house deal. In this case, it's wholesale real estate. Now with wholesale real estate, that involves taking a purchase agreement to buy a house and actually selling that contract. So if you're on my page, I'm assuming that you may already know something about wholesale real estate, but I am going to walk you guys through one that I just got in step by step. Now I had no idea that I was about to get another deal in this quick. I think I'm only a little over 2 weeks into this whole challenge, and I did have a realtor buddy that was, I think, just really looking out for me, and he sent me over a deal that I was able to go and find an end buyer, matching the two sides up and going to collect an assignment fee. I really appreciate all of my friends in the business who I know I can count on, but let's go ahead and walk through this deal. I got, so first things first, and I'm gonna have to try to go through this kind of quick. I got food cooking in the background. Hungry, haven't eaten yet, and I still got to hit these streets, try to make some more money. But like I mentioned before, this one did come from a realtor, so it is on a realtor's purchase and sale agreement. So just to kind of answer the question, can you assign a contract from a realtor? You definitely can, and I'll show you guys here. The main thing that you need on that contract is what we call an assignment clause. So we have our assignment clause right here, which means that I can take this contract and sell it to an end buyer. So everything is detailed out in this contract. I won't go through the whole thing because realtors agreements, they are kind of lengthy, but the main thing is I have my purchase price that I've agreed to purchase the house for, my assignment clause, all the different terms included for this sale, just so that when I assign it, then my buyer knows what they are taking on from it. All right, so I will show you guys a more simplified version of a purchase agreement. This is just a one-page general purchase agreement that I do use. So we got the property address that you will fill in there, the sales price, terms, closing agreement, existing financing, prorations, closing costs, inspection clause. If you guys need a good purchase and sales agreement, we call this the A to B contract. And I'll post this in a link in the description. And again, I won't go through this contract specifically because it is pretty simple. If you guys want me to do a video on how to fill out a purchase agreement, I can do that. But our purchase agreement is on one of the realtor's contracts, so we're going to use that. Now, the other form that we do need is the agreement to assign. Now, this is where we make our money. So I will go through this one step by step. So this agreement is made between the assigner, would be me and my company. The assignee is the buyer that we are selling this to. Let me blow this up just a bit. So for the subject property, of course, this is where we put in the address of the property being purchased. Whereas the buyer, again, my company, has entered into a purchase and sale agreement with the actual seller of the house. Let's go down to the next part. Buyer, assigner hereby assigns all rights, excluding all earnest money deposits, to said contract for sale and purchase to the assignee. Now, the assignee is going to be our end buyer. That's going to be the person that actually buys the contract and the rights to purchase the house, so that they will be the one to actually own the house in the end. In exchange for compensation in the amount of, now this is where we actually make our money. So we got $4,000 here, and of course we do earnest money. Now for the earnest money, I usually just put down $2,000 regardless. So now what happens is I will sign as the assigner, print my name, date and everything, and the person who is purchasing the contract, the end buyer, they will sign as the assignee. Now, once that's done, we send everything to the title company and we are officially in escrow. Now, that does not mean that we have closed the deal yet. Once it's in escrow, they actually have to do a title search. Now, this is where things could go wrong, and we'll find out if we can actually close it or not. But, some title issues that might come up is there's a mortgage that is higher than what we agreed on, or there may be some other kind of lien on the house, but there may be a small time to find out if we actually close this one out. All right, y'all, so I can stop talking all the professional stuff for a minute and just kind of talk about this deal in general. Let me talk about buyers real quick. This is the importance of having a big buyers list, a big dependable buyers list when you're wholesaling real estate. With this particular one, I possibly could have made more than the $4,000 if I had advertised this one to some more buyers. Now in this situation, I've got a solid buyer who, again, I said it a few minutes ago, I 100% know they're going to close. They don't have to go and see the inside of the house. They are one of the leading buyers, or actually the leading buyer in the neighborhood, and they're just solid. Never had a situation where they backed out on me, anything like that. But where that can get kind of tricky is that you go from a situation where you're creating competition to possibly, drive the price higher, your profit price higher, is more so kind of like you're almost working for that particular buyer. Now, I have sent this buyer several deals before because, again, like I said, they're solid, but I think that one of the reasons that I haven't made nearly as much money as I could have when I was, seriously wholesaling real estate and getting back into it, this is something that I'm going to have to address, is that I just need more solid buyers. I do have a solution for that I'm going to talk about in another video, easy ways to find buyers. So I'm going to have to build that list out. I'll talk about that in another video though, as I'm still, getting back into the swing of things, rebuilding and trying to get this thing taken off again. But if you haven't done so, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Like I said, I am vlogging daily until I close out another one. Hopefully this is the one. Didn't know it was coming this soon, but even after that, I'm kind of liking getting on camera and just talking about all this stuff, so I may just continue doing that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.